everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to quickly show off the progress I've made on the Q line in the 2nd Avenue subway. Oh, look at the compass. This is part of the new Trainz patch that just released for Trainz 2019. I just noticed that. It has all the 4 different colors for north, northwest, and south. But anyway, without further ado, here's 57th Street, 7th Avenue on the NQRNW. I've completed the NRNW up to Lexington Avenue, 59th Street, and of course the Q train up to 125th Street, which I will show you right now. Here's the F train coming in from 57th Street, and now we are on 63rd Street, so this is Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street. These platforms are very deep underground, about 80 to 100 meters, and you have the Lexington Avenue line passing directly over the 4, 5, and 6. A few blocks south is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street, with the 4 and 5 on the lower level, the NRNW in the middle, and the 6 train at the upper level. I made progress on the Lexington Avenue line from 51st Street to 116th, but it's still not done yet, so I need to work on that. So here's where the Q train goes on to 2nd Avenue, and as you can see, I've built the T line right here. Even though this hasn't been done yet in real life, I went out of my way to complete the entire 2nd Avenue subway up to phase 3. So you'll be able to drive the T train in this map. And here there's also a connection to the F train from the 2nd Avenue subway, which will be built in real life once the line is complete. So you could have trains coming from Hanover Square or Houston Street go on to Queens Boulevard if there's a stalled train at 72nd Street, for example. T trains via Queens Boulevard. Here we are at 72nd Street. Today the Q train runs here. This is 86th Street, followed by 96th Street, 2nd Avenue, the present day terminal on the Q line. But as we go further north, we have 106th Street, 116th Street, and then the line curves west on 125th Street to go to Lexington. But as you can see, I built a bell mouth right here for a future provision for a line extension into the Bronx to replace the 3rd Avenue L. In real life, I think this should be done, where you send the Q train west to 125th and then the T train to the Bronx to replace the 3rd Avenue L. But in this, I'll have both trains go west and then the actual 3rd Avenue L run down right here on 3rd Avenue. I haven't started the 3rd Avenue L yet, but I will soon. And then you'll be able to see how each line interacts with each other. So we curve west. Here we are at 125th Street and Lexington Avenue, where you can transfer to the 4, 5, and 6 trains to the Bronx. This is where phase 2 of the 2nd Avenue subway is supposed to end. But I figured, why not send it further down 125th Street to connect with the other lines? It would definitely be beneficial for Harlem, so that way if you're on the west side you could easily get to the east without having to go down to Times Square to take the shuttle, for example. So this is a station right here, Lenox Avenue, where you could transfer to the 2 and 3 trains right here. This is St. Nicholas Avenue station, where you can transfer to the A, B, C, and D. And you also have the 9th Avenue elevated right here, just 1 block away. And then finally, the last stop would be 125th Street and Broadway, where you can transfer to the 1 train. And I figured the station could be designed almost like 74th Street Broadway in Queens. In Queens on the 7, E, F, M, and R in a similar setup, where you have an escalator that goes underground to connect with the 2nd Avenue subway trains. I haven't started creating signs for these new lines and extensions yet, so for now, I'll be using Outside World subway cars for the T train, just temporarily until I get that sorted out. Now we'll go south. Coming back where we came from. We passed 72nd Street, and here the Queens Boulevard tracks merge with the 2nd Avenue subway tracks. This is 55th Street. Here you have the E&M trains crossing directly over. And this is Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. The 3rd Avenue L will be right here crossing over. And then this is the Lexington Avenue line, 51st Street on the 6th train. Moving further south, this is 42nd Street. The 7 train will cross over here. I haven't started the 7 yet, but once it's built, it'll run along this right of way. 4th, 34th Street, 23rd. And then at this point, the line becomes 4 tracks, with the outer track serving as storage for layups, or when there's bad weather, you could store up to 5 full-length trains on this track. And this is 14th Street, where you could transfer to the L train right here. By the way, I've completed the L line from 8th Avenue all the way to Halsey Street in Brooklyn. So the L line is about 90% complete. Oh, and there's the World Trade Center in the background. And finally, here we are at Houston Street, the end of Phase 3 for the 2nd Avenue subway. I haven't built Phase 4 yet, and I don't know if I intend on building it, because I plan on sending the 3rd Avenue L further south to South Ferry. But if I were to build Phase 4, the line would continue south, run under the B and D line right here at Grant Street, and then go all the way over here, somewhere in this general area, to Hanover Square. This is 2nd Avenue on the F train, and this is Broadway Lafayette. I haven't finished this section of the Lexington Avenue line yet, but it will get done soon. And yeah, that's what I have for the 2nd Avenue sub. I think Phase 3 will be one of the more important phases. Phase 4 would... I think we need Phase 3 more than we need Phase 4, in my personal opinion. But with the 3rd Avenue, well, yeah, I think it'll be fine if I leave it at Houston Street. But time will tell. I might build Phase 4 anyway. We'll see. And here we are back at 125th. That's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.